Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to Antwerp, Belgium. This is the Basketball Champions League. It's Group B, it's game day 8, and it's game on between Telenet Giants Antwerp and San Pablo Burgos. Well, Antwerp hosted the Final Four of the Basketball Champions League last season. What a dramatic occasion that was. Just a overall splendid affair. What a joy for everybody that was involved. They put on a great show. And those Antwerp fans hoping that their team can rally and get into the playoffs again this year and give themselves another chance of getting back to the big show. In Group B this week, today, we've got all 4 games. Antwerp, Slavik, Jerusalem, Telenet Giants Antwerp, and Polak Ortez all at home in those games that you saw. And really, as you look at the standings, you'll get a feeling for how important this game is tonight for these two teams. San Pablo Burgos, of course, having to come through the second qualifying round to get into the competition, and they've done very well since doing that, winning 4 of their 7 games. But you look down closer to the bottom, you got Telenet Giants Antwerp with just 2 wins in their 7 games, but still all to play for. They've got the second half, and it's all about coming good at the right time. And the question is, can Telenet Giants Antwerp tonight protect the home court against a very good San Pablo Burgos team? Well, Spanish teams have done well in this competition over the years, and they've traveled well too. For San Pablo Burgos, JP Tokoto, Earl Clark, Bruno Fittipaldo, Vitor Benite, Alex Barrera, Javi Vega, Miguel Salvo, Faris McFadden, Jaciel Rivero, Ferran Basis, Augusto Lima, all in that roster. And the Rupnik amongst the players wearing the Antwerp colors tonight. Bastian van den Ende, Owen Klaassen, the Canada international Hans van Wijn, the Belgium international Vrins Blegenberg, Niels de Ridder, Robbie Rogiers, Vincent Kesselou, Dave Jasinski, Abraham Fowl. I mean, all up and down that roster, plenty of players. It's all hands on deck tonight, really, especially for Telenet Giants Antwerp as they go for win number 3 in this competition. When they met in week 1, it was San Pablo Burgos winning in Spain 90-76. And they are being introduced here now to the fans in Belgium. JP Tokoto, of course, well known for his high-flying theatrics, great defense. And as McFadden, of course, has been a game day MVP of the week before, back in the day with PAOK Thessaloniki when he played for that club. And you've got some former champions in this team, like Ferran Bassas, who played for Tenerife and that team that won it in year 1 in the Basketball Champions League. And of course, Augusto Lima and Vitor Benite have played in the Final Four as well with UCAM Murcia in year 2. So plenty of experience in that team for San Pablo Burgos. Earl Clark as well has played in a lot of big games in European basketball in his career.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please stand up, get up, make some noise for your Telenet Giants Antwerp.
For Telenet Giants Antwerp, playing in this wonderful arena and hoping to put in a convincing performance tonight.
Number 10,
what can I tell you about this game? Well, as we look ahead right before the start of the opening tip, Vitor Benite of Burgos, who scored at least 20 points in each of his last 2 Basketball Champions League games, has been ruled out of this game because of a muscle strain, so that's a big absence for Burgos. When they lost to Burgos in that opener, that dropped Antwerp to 2-4 against Spanish teams. However, both of their wins in their history in the Basketball Champions League against Spanish opposition have come at home. Antwerp have won 5 of their 6 home games in which they've scored 75 or more points. However, the Belgian side has scored 75 or more points in only 1 of the last 6 home games in this competition. Burgos' second unit, keep an eye on them. It just goes to show their depth, averaging a league best 42.6 points per game. They're the coaches shaking hands. Former Belgium international Christophe Begin, and also the coach for San Pablo Burgos goes by the name of John Peñarroya. So he is looking at his last-minute preparations. Both of these teams, again, have already played each other, so they have an idea of what awaits them coming into this game. The referees for tonight will be Zapolski from Poland, Gatis Silens from Latvia, and Anastasios Manos from Greece. And just to speak to how good those bench players are for Burgos, no other team's bench players collectively are averaging 40 or more points this season. So for them to be pouring in 42.6 points per game off the bench, that is impressive. Burgos also leading the league in second chance points with 16.9 per game. And of course, that means they get a lot of offensive rebounds. So you got to box them out. So Tokoto, Clark, Barrera, Bassas, and Augusto de Lima, the Brazil international who played for Brazil at the Olympics back in 2016, also has played at the World Cup. And Peñarroya there, the coach. He's sitting down now, but he'll be standing up for much of the game. You better believe it. 2.5 minutes away from the start. And we'll also get a look at the starting 5 for this Antwerp team.
And so counting down to
Need Hans van Wijn to come up big. Obviously, Dudzinski. Those two guys were very important players for them last year in their Final Four run. Owen Klassen played at the World Cup this summer for Canada. Van Wijn, Kestelut, Dudzinski, and Luka Rupnik from Croatia. And of course, Christophe Begin, back in the day, it wasn't that long ago that he was playing for Belgium's national team. I remember watching him play at Eurobasket 2013 in Slovenia, and he was one heck of a player. He was an assistant coach last season for Roel Moors. And of course, Roel Moors did such a fantastic job, ended up taking the job at Borussia Bamberg. So Begin has been promoted to the top job at Telenet Giants Antwerp.
Giants and cheerleaders. And our mascot Giants. Here we go. En op even jullie steunvragen in van onze Giants en cheerleaders is een finaliste Miss Belgium 2020. Selena. En u kan haar steunen door te sms'en MB08 naar het nummer 6665. Dus misschien wel een van onze eigen Giants cheerleaders. De nieuwe Miss Belgium. Ze zit alvast in de finale 2020. Dus ik zou zeggen met z'n allen sms'en MB08 naar het nummer 6665. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your starting
Fans
five.
giving their final
Number 5, Owen
salutes to the players as they run out on the court.
Luka Rupnik. Number 23, Dave Dudzinski.
crowd here watching this. Of course, everything with Belgium basketball, a lot of enthusiasm around the program, and of course injuries part and parcel of the game. And you can see Dennis Doncourt is not able to go tonight with a knee injury. Excuse me, Victor Sanders.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Quarter number 1.
Well, good evening, folks. Welcome to Antwerp, Belgium. This is the Basketball Champions League, and it's Antwerp taking on Pablo Burgos. A lot of expectation here for this Antwerp team to get a big win tonight against a Burgos team that it fell to earlier this year. And Burgos get themselves a very good opportunity at the start, but Augusto Lima misses. Now Rupnik, who played in Spain last season, knows a lot of these Burgos players. Unwind, beautiful bounce pass inside, but the rejection. Great block by Lima. Well, you're going to take it inside. You got to go strong against him. Look at that. Kesselut gets rejected. Great move. Great defense as well. Earl Clark defending out on the perimeter. The ball goes out of bounds. Now Ferenbasis brings it up the floor. Basis again played for that Beerstar Tenerife team for a few years. Won it with him. Played in the final last year. Here's the offensive rebound and put back from Takoto. JP Takoto. Played basketball at the University of North Carolina. And has been professional now for several years. Mr. Rupnik feeling his way into the paint. A beautiful handoff, and again a block. And again, this time a foul called on Takoto. So an opportunity to get points on the board for Klassen at the free throw line, and the Canada International makes the first. He misses the second. However, the ball stays in this end, and Klassen goes up, gets his ball back again, goes up, and again is denied. Good interior defending there, although maybe the finish could have been better as well. Keep an eye on Takoto as he tries to crash the offensive boards. Here's Lima turning and unsuccessful a couple times. Gets it back again. Gets rejected this time by Klassen. Now Rupnik. And a three-pointer by Dujinski rattles out. Now Basis. Takoto. Basis. Back over to Clark. That's his range. Nope. Off the back of the iron. Rupnik with the high dribble. Fakes. And he is fouled before the shot. The foul called on Ferenbasis. Foul there by Basis, almost gave away a layup. Oh, beautiful pass by Rupnik, and the dunk coming in from the side. Vincent Kesselut. Remember the point point about Burgos' bench. When they bring guys in, that could be a battle that the Antwerp team, in fact, it will be a battle that they're going to have to win if they're going to win this game. Van Wijn. And he gets it inside, but the ball off the hands of Klaassen. Now the drive and the foul on Kesselhout. Barreda putting pressure on the defense. Here's Rubnik. Great pass by Rubnik. Again, another foul. Quick one on Kesselhout. That is not a good development. Excuse me, I think I said Rubnik was Croatian. In fact, he's Slovenian. 26 years of age. Kesselhout, meanwhile, is going to have to go to the bench after picking up 2 fouls in the first, in less than 3.5 minutes into the game. The shot is good by Clark, the veteran. Budzinski gets down low, lays it up and in. The former Holy Cross man. From the Chicago area. Now Barreda shows his range. Making that one with ease, silky smooth. And it's Pablo Burgos now on top 7-5. Nice pump fake by Budzinski. Shot wasn't nice, however. It was too hard off the back of the ring. Now Bassis gets it over to Clark. And Barreda's pass hit off the rim. And Van Wijn gets it over to the corner and attempting it. Well, Budzinski gets it back. Thinking that shot was Blegenberg. First jump shot. Now Budzinski again off the back of the ring. Blegenberg to get the rebound, but unsuccessfully midway through the first quarter. Bassis pulls up. And Lima, another offensive rebound for him. Then he puts it up. And now another offensive rebound. No, they're going to say the shot clock expired. The foul comes in. Foul Faid, power forward. 22 years of age from Senegal. Antwerp need him to play well tonight. Blegenberg gets in the paint, puts up a short little jumper, short, gets it back, passes it back outside to Van Wijn. Hans Van Wijn. Nice initial move from Blegenberg. Then turns it over. Bassis, his pass goes over the head of Clark. Oh, nice pass inside to Klaassen. Foul Faid goes up and good offensive rebound. An attempt to put back. He earns a trip to the free throw line. McFadden now comes into the game for Bassis. And Klaassen getting some coaching over there from Begin. misses the first. Both free throws errant. Now the pass to Clark, wide open. Lima with another offensive rebound. Goodness me. Lima with the pass to Tokudov, and then Tokudov gives it back, almost turns it over. Barrera, meanwhile, puts it up, and Van Wijn gets the rebound. Now Luka Rupnik. He left his feet, able to get it to Klassen, and Lima is just owning the low post right now. Great block by the Brazil international. Look at that. Oh boy, there was a lot of contact. Wasn't called. Christoph Began will be thinking, well, as long as you call it the same way at both ends. There was definitely body. Now McFadden takes a three. Is that going to count, or was it before the shot? Well, much to the annoyance for the fans here in Antwerp, they're going to count the basket. And then there's the off-the-ball foul on Blesenberg. So not a good trip down the floor at all. The three-pointer is good, so they're not going to count the initial one. Excuse me. Nevertheless, McFadden drills it. And that's a good sign for San Pablo Burgos tonight. If he gets it going early, that is trouble. Van Wijn. Going up against Tokudov. Jasinski gives it back to Van Wijn. Off touch. Oh, great rebound from Klassen. He gets blocked. They stick with it, and Klassen again. And Tokudov takes it away. Klassen battling away, but just not having any success down low. Great effort. And Began really wants some clarification, thinking there's some contact. He's used to be in the battles himself down there. This was what just happened. So in fact, it did in fact count the initial McFadden three-pointer, and now they've the graphics have caught up with it, and they counted the second one as well. So that's with my original thinking, but for some reason points were slow to register. Now they have, and it's 13-5, but the turnover gives it back to Antwerp. Bounce pass a little bit behind by Rupnik. Roby Rogier in the game right now as well, number 14. Leopoldo in the game as well for Burgos. Blesenberg getting some coaching over there from his coach. Ball rims out. High with the rebound. And now an offensive foul has been called on Antwerp. And Began just must be thinking right now his team is not getting any calls. And they're not, but referees got to call what they see. Don't call what they don't see. following up the miss. Finally, Antwerp come away with it. Pai picks it up. He gets in a good position there, and then he is fouled by Oliver Stevic. Alceu Rivero was off target at the other end. Burgos takes a seat for the first time tonight. Miguel Salvo checks in for him. Finally makes a free throw. He'd missed his first two. So only the one of the two free throws. It's a 7-point lead. Rivero goes up, misses, gets it back. And we're seeing that offensive rebounding that we talked about at the beginning of the game. While they get so many second, third chances. And Rivero sticks with it and earns a trip to the line. Roger picks up the foul. Now, Alceu Rivero capitalizes with the first made free throw. Another offensive rebound. They are getting killed on the offensive glass. Rather on the boards at this end of the floor. Now the pass into the paint. Follow. McFadden gets it back. Another offensive rebound. McFadden launches it from downtown. Foul 5 with the rebound. Well, in fairness, both teams doing well on the offensive glass. Now Van Wijnen makes the three-pointer. Could not have come at a better time. Right at the end of the first quarter. So that makes it 14-9. Both teams struggling for points, even more so for Telenet Giants Antwerp. Pablo Burgos on top at the end of one. See the struggles of Antwerp inside the arc, 2 of 14, but Burgos not much better, 2 of 12. Or Burgos have those 3 3-pointers.
Rebote defensivo, dice el rebound. Rebote defensivo y nos falta un poco de ritmo de carrera, Nos falta llegando, meter algún balón interior, ¿sabes? Llegando, y bloqueo directo, y con el balón, estamos jugando solo a 5 contra 5.
So let's get it started. Festival Champions League. Getting ready for quarter number 2.
Well, it's been a struggle right from the start for Antwerp. But that three-pointer by Van Wijnen has cut the deficit to 5, and now they start with possession here at the beginning of the second quarter. Also checking into the game now, Dennis Dunkor, and coming out and hitting a long jump shot. Three-pointer right off the bench. And just like that, back-to-back three-pointers, bridging the first and second quarters, has cut the Burgos lead to just 2 points. McFadden has a couple of three-pointers himself tonight. Fittipaldo inside to Rivero, and shot clock violation gets it back to Antwerp. Crowd getting a little bit restless. They sense their team has a chance here. Nice. Well, they want to see, in fact, if it was a shot clock violation. So referee's going to look. It's the initial call. Could be they want to review Dennis Dunkor's three-point shot just to make sure that indeed it was a three-pointer. Looked like it was close, although I didn't see. Yeah, here it is right here. That's what it is. Oh, no, he's not going to get the three. He's going to get a two. His foot was just on the line, his left foot. But that's why you have the video replay, to be able to do that, and you don't stop and look at it until you have a chance, and that's what they've done. So 14-11, and nevertheless Antwerp can pull to within one or even tie it with a three. And I think the shot clock did not start on time, so just being reminded of that. Christophe Beggen, I think the coach of Antwerp, showing great patience tonight, but I think that's going to be tested. Yeah, they're taking a couple of extra seconds off the shot clock. Rupnik dribbles to his left. Dunkor misses from deep this time, but the offensive rebound and fouled was Roby Roger. Missing a lot of free throws tonight. And another miss. How quickly McFadden lays it up and in. That was a 4-point swing, the two missed free throws and the McFadden layup. Donker. Now Rupnik. Bounce pass. Unwind. And outside. Dunkor for three. Rookie gets the rebound. Foul called on Burgos. He is doing a great job of getting another possession. Keeping it at this end. Rupnik puts it up. Under pressure, gets it back, puts it up again, misses. And Antwerp battling each other for the ball. McFadden has it. And that rush shot by Rupnik just kind of indicative of their struggles on offense. He just saw an opening, so he took it. Rivero goes right at Hans van Wan and scores, and that leads to a Christophe Beggen timeout. go down to the bench and hear what he's got to say.
One time. Ibu, you're here. Hans, you're here. Robbie, Luca, Dennis, this side, okay? You pass to Ibu. You go 45. You flash. You look for that pass. Hey, you don't have anything, no problem. Reverse the ball to Robbie. Hey, now they play blue on the side. Don't stay here. Try to dribble back. Back a dribble. And big guy, change the angle, attack. Nice. Or send him out. Pass. Go on the side. Okay? Hey, let's go, guys. Hey, hey. You're good. Let's go.
Powered by Kia Cancer, your Giants cheerleaders. And now, put your hands together.
Well, this Antwerp team up against it tonight, but they're battling, they're strapping. As long as they fight hard, they believe they're going to be in this thing right to the end. When Wayne gets good position, and the foul has been called on Miguel Salvo. Rubnik now. Been a little bit out of control by the Senegalese, and it leads to a layup for Burgos. Good job by Fittipaldo hustling down the floor. Now with their biggest lead of the game, 9 points. Bunwan gets down low and goes right at Salvo. That's what they need from him. A little bit unfortunate maybe not to get to the line as well. Oh, what a touch pass. Great reaction by Faufai, who gets the block, and that leads to Rivero having the ball wedged in between the rim and the backboard. Look at this. You know what a slam dunk is? That's a slam wedge. Look at that. So the jump ball possession error, I believe, is going to keep the ball at this end. And they'll put 14 seconds on the shot clock. Fat pump fake. Passes it back outside. Count it! Good shot by Salvo. Encore. Alfai gets it. Rips in. Nice soft touch from the big fella. Fittipaldo, Uruguay international. Missing it down with the spin was Oliver Stevic. Oh, Dunkworth stepped out. Right idea, but the pass was just a little too high. And it carried Dunkworth out of bounds. You see the referee had his eyes right on the feet. Saw they were out of bounds. Fadden misses badly. Another opportunity. Fun Wayne rather. Klassen struggling to make an impact. on the offensive end. Doesn't seem to match up that well. Now McFadden again. Shakes and bakes, gets in, gets rejected by Klassen. He's not having a problem making an impact at that end. Both Klassen and McFadden used to play for PAOK Thessaloniki in the Basketball Champions League. And now the pass, thrown out of bounds to Peñarroya. He says, don't throw it to me, throw it to the guy in the purple jersey. Turnovers for each team. Bit of a sloppy game. Doncor needs some room. Van Wijn rather. He's had some success. Passes it back outside. Foul 5. Foul 5 has a soft shot. You can see he's still young. He's got to work on that one. Rivero over to Fittipaldo. And turns the ball over, steps out of bounds. Watch this. Van Wijn catches it down low again. No, he's going to get it on the perimeter this time. Now he gets into the paint. And nice cut to the basket by Klassen, but yet again, he is denied as he gets closer to the hoop. It doesn't matter who it is. He's running into a lot of trouble with that Burgos defense tonight. Now he's going to spin, takes a tough shot. Rivero, Haciel Rivero, out to McFadden. And Dudzinski, who's been quiet tonight, picks up the foul. And really, Dudzinski's the guy that they really need to step up. He's 1 of 5 from the floor. Klassen 0 of 7. So 2 guys that they need something from offensively. A combined 1 of 12 from the floor. Van Wijn picks up the foul. I mean, offensively, this Antwerp team has struggled all season. Van Wijn picks up that foul. You see barreling into the Burgos player. Burgos coming back into the game. Van Wijn goes out. Tokoto back in, Earl Clark back in. This is where you would expect San Pablo Burgos to really try to step it up. Get the ball to Clark. McFadden puts it up. Doncor puts it up from mid-range. Clark, Lima, who's back in. McFadden, another offensive rebound. Clark hands it off. Lima lays it up and in. I tell you what, the second and third opportunities will kill you every time, and that was the case yet again as Clark penetrates, sees Klassen coming in to cut him off, and he passes to Lima. Timeout, begging.
Nice. Too nice. How many offensive rebounds they're gonna take? Even McFadden. Come on, guys. Even in offense, we need to be tougher. How many layups we missed today? Hey, go one time. Go one time. Head. Okay, so you run. You step out. Step out also. And then receive the back feet. You set the back feet. You set the back feet. Okay?
The rebounding is pretty even, but you see the face of Klassen. He's just had a frustrating first half. He needs to see the ball go in the basket. He's 0 of 7. And again, Dudzinski just 1 of 5. Kestelou, he was blocked when he came in once, hasn't really attacked much since. He's only taken 2 shots in the entire game. So the struggle is almighty right now for Telenet Giants Antwerp. They simply cannot score. And you heard Began talking about giving away too many rebounds at the other end. He said, listen, even McFadden is getting the offensive rebounds. We got to do a better job. Legendberg hands it off to Klassen. Klassen gets inside. Yet again, runs into that tall front line. Klassen now 0 for 8. Rubnik over to Klassen. And his nightmare continues. Now 0 for 9 from the floor. I mean, with Klassen, really, I think you're looking for him to play defense, for rebound, and probably pick up a lot of garbage points. But Antwerp, you know, having to go to him as a primary option on offense. He can score, but I'm not sure that that's what you have to depend on all the time. Good defense by Antwerp, forcing the turnover. But then again, Antwerp sometimes have to take what the defense gives them. And if that's what they're giving them, they've got to take it. Oren Klassen. Rubnik puts it up from downtown. Good rebound coming from the side by Dudzinski. Passes it back outside. Legendberg. And he's fouled by Lima. And perhaps got the benefit of the whistle that time, did Antwerp. Even the free throws are staying out. We're telling that Giants Antwerp tonight. 2 for 9 as a team. Now 2 for 10. And Rubnik falls out of bounds. Hoping they were going to call a foul. And in the end, with their shooting as bad as it is right now, 6 of 30 inside the arc, I think Telenet Giants Antwerp are fortunate to be down by just 10 points. That said, they're playing hard on defense. And this time, look at this, he gets the steal. Bledgerberg comes up. He's going to go in and he's going to miss the layup, but the hustle and the follow by Klassen. Now let's see if that gets him on track. Look at good attacking play by Bledgenberg. The only thing I would say there is he's got to dunk that ball. And Klassen comes down and scores with a follow. And really, the struggles that they have had offensively, Antwerp trailing by just 8 points. See, the shooting woes really for both teams, but especially for Telenet Giants Antwerp. But for the first time, really, tonight, they've been able to get out and score on the fast break. And anytime you can do that, that obviously makes it easier. Although they did miss the initial layup. Fast break, you know, points from turnovers, that's just 2 for Telenet Giants Antwerp tonight. 6 for Pablo Burgos. And as we anticipated, points from the bench is going to be a problem. 16 points. 16 of San Pablo Burgos' points have come from the bench tonight. So over half of their points coming from the bench. Just 5 points coming from the bench for Telenet Giants Antwerp. Pablo Burgos leading for the majority of this game. Tokedo gets it in just in the nick of time to Clark, but now the good defense from Antwerp, almost getting the ball back. 3 seconds have gone off the clock. So they've got 5 seconds to get it across midcourt, and you can see a little bit of frustration settling in here for Coach Peñarroya. Barrera gets it back to Ferran Bassas. Clark, he's going to launch it, and he's going to hit it. And that's about as polished an offensive performance you can have in this competition. I mean, he is money in the bank. Drilling the three and taking the lead now up to 11. Can they get it right back? No, they cannot, but the offensive rebound gets them the possession back. Well, it's going to be Klassen that's going to launch a three, and he hits it. How about that? Maybe it was just a case of him hustling down the floor and scoring with a putback. Klassen not short on self-belief. He just keeps fighting away. And now he's come out and hit a huge three-pointer here in the final minute of the first half. Tokedo drives in, takes the contact. Good no call by the refs. And again, Antwerp have the last possession. No, it's going to be Rupnik. He has a chance. Oh, he gets rejected by Tokedo. They get the ball back. Dudzinski. Now Klassen and Rupnik has it. Maybe they did him a favor with that block. And Tokedo picks up team foul number 5. Well, Tokedo known for his aerial artistry, and he flies in this time and gets the swat. But you have to wonder about that last foul because it's put Rupnik on the line with 4.8 seconds. So as bad as it's been for Antwerp, they have a real chance here to go to halftime just trailing about 6 points. And Peñarroya will be the unhappiest coach. I guarantee you that. He will be a lot unhappier than Begin, because Begin will know that his team has had these struggles, yet they are well within striking distance. And Rupnik does make both. Now Antwerp need a stop, but they're going to advance the ball after the made shot. And Tokedo and Rupnik exchanging words there. I don't know if you saw it, but Rupnik went right up to Tokedo, and then Tokedo just kind of brushed him off aside. A little bit of tete-a-tete. I think Rupnik not very excited about that block on the fast break. Tokedo might have had a little bit of trash talk. Well, this is just I mean, I can't emphasize enough how Antwerp are fortunate to be down by just 6 points. As you look at their shooting, 23% from the floor overall. Each team with just 6 makes inside the arc. Obviously, the missed free throws have been a real killer for Antwerp. Tonight, they've missed 8 free throws. They're 4 of 12. That's just 33.33% at the free throw line. San Pablo Burgos have only attempted a couple of free throws, and they've made 1 of 2. But the big difference for them is that they've hit 5 three-pointers on the night. And again, compared to just 2 three-pointers. Now Tokedo going back over there and talking to Rupnik. No, he's talking to Bassas. Gotta hurry it up. And Rupnik with the foul. Sorry, folks, I thought they were going to advance the ball after the made free throws. they have the option not to, and that's why they didn't. 3 seconds now. Kokoto has it. And he is fouled again by Antwerp. They had one to give to Ritter. So now just 0.7 seconds left. And it's a catch and shoot, or you throw it up near the rim. McFadden launches it. And folks, we're at halftime. The San Pablo Burgos, they might be a little bit frustrated with how this thing has ended here. As you look at McFadden again, missing. They led by as many as 11 points. Antwerp really struggling offensively, yet San Pablo Burgos only lead 28-22 at halftime. So, what do? You got to put the ball in the basket, both of you teams, but especially for Antwerp. And from a rebounding standpoint, I think Antwerp have to be very happy overall with their performance. They've won the battle of the boards in the first half, and they've got to keep at it. Klaassen, despite his struggles, he leads Antwerp with 6 points. And as you saw for Burgos, the leading scorer is McFadden with 8 points. So I'll let you look at these highlights, and we'll be right back before the start of the second half. It's San Pablo Burgos on top of Telenet Giants Antwerp here in Belgium, 28-22.
tough finish, and Skrudilic just hammers it down. And Peristeri pretty much getting whatever they want at the moment.
Scrub has it. That's Grant. Grant with a step and finish. Big time finish from Gerard Grant. Little hesitation, got Mustafa Fall in the air. Look how quick he gets past him.
Hornsby with Weimer guarding him, screen by Amanu. Amanu gets it back, steps through, and he's blocked at the rim by Sealer. You've just seen him on the top 10 plays with a big block.
Antwerp now. Oh, wonderful pass and a wonderful finish. What a big play by Masulis. But it was the pass from the Antwerp that made it so special.
Oh, great finish. Hayden Dalton, mask and all, throws it down, and it's going to get in a highlight. Shimandini, watch out! Oh! Just to underline the point, as athletic as Shimandini's looked for a while.
Medford. Hooping and hooping. I'll tell you what, when he gets in the flow, he's tough to stop.
Dennis hits the roll in. He stands and he gets up high. Oh, out of nothing. As Martin goes the other way, lobs it up. Stone it is with the dunk. Back-to-back dunks.
Right, still right, no good, ball's loose, they get it back, still, Angola to win it! That's extraordinary, that is incredible! Ostend, they are 2 ahead,
Well, Klaassen with 6 points and very important points, with the points hard to come by tonight for both clubs, but especially Antwerp. He was, I think, 0-9, 0 for 9 at one point. Nothing was working. Then he hustled down on a fast break that Breitenberg missed and scored with a putback. And following that, he hit a three-pointer. I think made a free throw as well. And this team has pulled to within 6 points at halftime. Christoph Beggen knows a lot of work to do in the second half, but at least his team has stuck to its guns, hustled, and in one very important aspect of every basketball game, they have won. They have won the rebounding battle so far tonight. So when you consider how can it be that this team has stayed as close as they have with such a difficult performance offensively, well, you just have to look at it, and you can see that their hustle on the boards has really done them proud tonight, and it's allowed them to stay within, more than within striking distance. The Telenet Giants Antwerp overall with 29 rebounds, 24 rebounds for San Pablo Burgos. 10 offensive rebounds for San Pablo Burgos, 12 offensive rebounds, 17 offensive rebounds for Telenet Giants Antwerp. And they actually have more second chance points than San Pablo Burgos, which is it's quite a feat, because Burgos are leading the league in second chance points with 16.9 per game. Because of their league high offensive rebound rate, 38.2%. So as bad as it's looked, as tough as it's looked at times, a lot of the times tonight for this Antwerp team, they have stayed with it. You can understand why so many people come out and support them, because they know this team has given everything. For Burgos, hugely important game tonight. Don't forget about them. They come into this game at 4-3. And at 4-3, and right in the thick of the hunt of one of those top 4 places. If they get the win tonight, they will climb into second place in Group B, San Pablo Burgos. But they've got to hold off this Antwerp team. Klaassen now, Van Wijn, good! The three-pointer, and now it's a three-point game. Good offense run. Bassas. His pass intercepted. No, by Rupnik. Got a hand on it anyway. Yep, he does come up with it. Wasn't able to break because he didn't catch it cleanly, but here's Rupnik outside to Dudzinski. Now Kestelhout. Van Wijn back to Kestelhout. Outside it goes. Rupnik for three. Well, that would have brought the house down if he'd hit that. Here inside. This fantastic arena. Tokedo drives in and absorbs the contact and lays it up and in. Good job by Tokedo. 4 points for him. Kestelhout. Call for the travel. Bassas. Burgos back up by 5 after the Tokedo basket. McFadden puts it up from deep. Great rebound by Earl Clark. Tokedo floats in, lays it up and in. That's back-to-back baskets for him, going to the rim. Van Wijn leaves his feet, Hands it off, and the three-pointer is good by Vincent Kesseloot. His fellow Belgium international gets it back to a 4-point deficit. Burgos over to McFadden. Good hands by Rupnik. And then McFadden traveled. A little bit confused as to what he was going to do. Michigan native, look at this. He gets it, and he leaves his feet. Well, it didn't look quite as obvious from that, and live it did. That was Kesseloot's three-pointer. Come out and hit a couple three-pointers here at the start of the second half. Antwerp. Will he get another one? Klaassen back to the basket. Rupnik, another three. That's three three-pointers in the third quarter. And if they keep hitting the threes, it stands to reason it's going to open up the game for them. It's going to give them a little bit more space to penetrate, to drive. And Burgos in a real battle here in Belgium. I would expect this Lotto Arena to erupt if they take the lead. Now Bassis calmly hits the jump shot. Nice stroke, the three-pointer from Ferran Bassis, Basketball Champions League winner with the Bearstar Tenerife back in 2017. Now Luka Rupnik puts it up from deep. Klaassen had his hands on it, but Lima wins the rebound. Now Bassis again. Clark. Little pump fake, passes back out. Rupnik not able to quite get to the basketball. Clark again, but his pass goes off the hands of Tokudo. Not sure those two were on the same page. Look at this. Turnovers for Burgos, 11 on Antwerp. Reaching over, Klaassen knocking it away. Rupnik, shot clock winding down. They've got to launch it, and they turn it over. Bassis crosses midcourt. And then he is fouled by Van Wijn. I like Beggin. He doesn't complain too much. Just kind of takes the medicine. Clark from deep. And now I think Beggin might complain. That was a foul on Clark attempting the three. The foul called on Brzezinski. Watch this. Got him with the body. That's what the call is. Well, they catch a break. He misses the first, and you see Christoph Beggin very ticked off, probably the best way to put it. But keeping his mouth shut. Clark makes 2 of 3 free throws and pushes the lead back to 6, which was the deficit at halftime. Somebody's got to be able to beat somebody on the dribble, but Tokudo comes up with the basketball and hands it back off to Clark. Good defense by Tokudo. That's why he's out there primarily. His great defensive ability, his athleticism. Here is the drive. Clark tries to hand it off, but it's intercepted by Brzezinski. Back outside. And it's going to be Klaassen, his second three-pointer of the game. 4 3-pointers in the third quarter for Antwerp. Points for Klaassen. Vassas puts it on the deck, passes it, collected by Clark. He goes up and misses the shot. Klaassen with the rebound. Rupnik over to Kesselute for 3. Misses. But then Dujinski is fouled while boxing out. Don't forget to get the Basketball Champions League app for your smartphones, folks. Got all the latest news and information. And don't forget to check out the website, championsleague.basketball. All the information there goes also to the app. And you can hear those great Coast to Coast podcasts by David Hine, Austin Green. And there's the three-pointer, no good by Luka Rupnik. You can read Igor Cherkovich's power rankings. Boyd Smith's analysis. Here is Rupnik bringing it forward. And Funwine not able to control it. The hands putting him off the catch. Good defense. Good idea. I think the pass perhaps a little high. Barrera now going to check back into the game. McFadden comes out. And now an offensive foul called on Owen Klaassen. Battling with Lima for position. Wow. Well, certainly Lima had his arms wrapped around him, but couldn't see the other side. Here's the pass. Marcel Rivero catches it on the low block, and then he travels. Good job by the big fella, Klaassen. Pablo Burgos 6th in the Spanish Liga Endesa. Klaassen again, a little too long. Good job and launching it from deep. Antwerp, good defense. You've got to really salute their defense tonight. Their defense, their pounding of the boards. Dudzinski puts it up. Oh boy, how in the world did he finish that over that defense of Burgos, guarded by Rivero. Now Farambassis misses it from deep, but the rebound keeps it at this end. A 1-point Burgos lead. What a contest. Ball knocked away by Luka Rupnik. Great effort by Rupnik. Love the energy that he's bringing. Now looking on a little bit of self-belief, believing that it should be their ball. Antwerp believing that the ball went out of bounds and it should be theirs, but referees say no. So 6 seconds on the shot clock. How Fai comes into the game, number 28. Oh, and he loses his man. Rivero comes in and catches the inbounds pass. He's got to do better than that. That's a tough pill to swallow for Antwerp. You think you've got possession, then with 6 seconds on the shot clock, Burgos get a layup. Rupnik from deep. Good! We've got a tie game. 39 apiece. Tokoto pops out. Fittipaldo, his pass. And driving in hard and drawing the fouls, Rivero, Jaciel Rivero. So Tokoto is going to go out. Van Wayne's also sitting. There's Jaciel Rivero. Makes the first. Jaciel Rivero is 26 years of age and hails from Cuba. And the second one is good as well. It's interesting that we've got a couple of Cubans. In fact, we've got a few Cubans in the Basketball Champions League. Javier Justid for Zaragoza. There's Rupnik banking in the three. Antwerp have taken the lead. Wow. They could not throw the ball in the ocean in the first half. In this third quarter, they have caught fire from three-point range. Rivero turns, tough make. Turnaround jumper on the baseline. The other Cuban in the Basketball Champions League is Howard Sangros of Ike. Here is the drive, and oh, that was a bad miss by Kestelrud. Fittipaldo. All about passing it down low. Rodriguez call for the foul. Well, if that foul's on Rodriguez, I'm not understanding what the call is. Indeed. I mean, I think Christoph Began has every right to be wondering what that was. Anyway, it's important to remember that these things even out over the course of the game. And also, Jaciel Rivero misses both free throws, but then Antwerp fail to get the rebound. So Burgos up 4 with possession here in the final minute. Fittipaldo, and Sullivan misses, and now a chance for Rupnik to break, and he is fouled. Only the second team foul. It's on Fittipaldo. Have they called it unsportsmanlike? Oh, they may. They're going to look at this. I think they're going to look at it. I think they have to. And I think they're going to call it an unsportsmanlike, because he wasn't playing the ball. And I think this is where, honestly, you know, to be able to go and look at the video and this stuff, it's you know, it's a real advantage for the referees. If you're not sure, you have a chance to go and look at it on this type of play. They called the foul. If it's a normal foul, then Antwerp will be inbounding the ball. But if it's an unsportsmanlike foul, then they're going to get 2 shots and possession. And there's no way he was playing the ball there. So that's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. I would be absolutely shocked. The tension is palpable inside the Lotto Arena. Here it is again. Watch this. The miss by Salvo. And then Fittipaldo puts his arm out to stop the progress up the. Oh, they've called it normal. Well, that's not what I saw, but you know what? I admit I might be wrong on that. So they may be ruling that he did make the attempt to go for the ball. I think that's a lucky escape personally. But again, those referees understand that call better than I do. I've gotten a few of those right tonight, but that is the one that I got wrong. Luka Rubnik leans into it. So it was potentially much better better finish to the end of the third quarter than it turned out to be for Antwerp. And that was a good no call, no doubt. So at the end of three quarters, it is San Pablo Burgos leading it 46-42 over Telenet Giants Antwerp here at the Lotto Arena in Antwerp, Belgium. So Antwerp now actually hit more three-pointers than Burgos. That is astonishing. That third quarter was their third quarter from behind the arc. Starting with right at the beginning.
Powered by Team Council, your Giants cheerleaders. Antwerp getting ready for quarter number 4. Antwerp, we need you. Can I ask everybody, please get up, stand up. Lotto Arena, Antwerp, get up, stand up, and make some noise. Come on. Let's go, Antwerp. Make some noise. Come on.
Well, the rebounding battle still being won by Telenet Giants Antwerp, 33-32. They've got 18 offensive rebounds. San Pablo Burgos, 19 of their 32 rebounds are on the defensive glass. Points from the bench, 25 for San Pablo Burgos, 5 for Antwerp. So fourth quarter underway. And coming right out and knocking in the jump shot for San Pablo Burgos was Stevic. Now the pass down low, and did such a great job to come back, actually take the lead. Stevic again, and he is fouled right at the free throw line. Burgos called for a push. Well, you know, you can't foul the jump shooter. I mean, that is something that you learn very early. You get a hand up, you get a hand in the face, but you don't foul the jump shooter. It's already a tough enough shot. That misses the second, however. Goncourt and knowing the contact was coming, tried to get into the shooting motion. See Doncourt in that third quarter because Antwerp played so well, they couldn't get him off the court. Here's Doncourt. He's open and he misses. However, Rougier's got the rebound now. Foul fight over to Doncourt. Von Wijn. Regenberg from deep. What a bounce pass. Rivero goes in and he is denied, but he has a trip to the line coming. Well, on the plus side for Antwerp, these guys are getting some good experience at this point in their careers. Here late in the fourth quarter of a game that is still in the balance. But on the minus side, that inexperience, I think, at times is costly. So Burgos go to the line and make the first. Both free throws are good, so the advantage goes back to 9 points. Klassen and attacks the basket and gets a couple of free throws. Fouled by Stevic. So he called the foul from behind. Yeah, definitely, because Rivero went straight up. Although Stevic is surprised they called the foul. Well, Klassen can really be proud of himself tonight. I mean, he had an almighty struggle at the start of this game. I mean, nothing was going his way, but you know what? In those situations, you play hard. And all you do is you play hard and you don't lose your confidence. And right now he's got 11 points and 9 rebounds. And that was after an absolute nightmare first 12, 13 minutes of the game. Three-pointer no good there for number 9, Alex Barreda. He has 1 3 on the night. Now, 7-point deficit. Von Wijn. Wow, somehow was able to get around that defense, and a foul called on Fittipaldo. They're shooting, getting better. It was a nightmare in the first half. 4 of 12 at the line for Antwerp, and right now they are 7 of 15. Good job by Von Wijn making both. So back to a 5-point game now, 51-46. Plenty of basketball left, folks. Barreda left open for 3 and hits it. That's what you call a comeback killer right there. Foul 5. Oh boy. Trying to do a little bit too much, maybe not in the skill set. Missing with the drive. Fittipaldo. Savage not able to rebound it. 3-point attempt from Antwerp. Brzezinski scrapping for the rebound, but not coming away with it. Good hands by Klaassen. And Brzezinski, I know he doesn't want to force his game. He's taken 6 shots tonight. He's got 4 points, 6 rebounds. That, you know, he's an obvious candidate that really his team needs him to provide to get some production. Rivero turns, goes up, and earns a trip to the line. Well, they're rewarding the attacking player there. There's no doubt. They make a strong move to the basket. Frustrating for Brzezinski because he's, you know, feels like he's doing everything right. And I think Begin's talking to the referee right now about that. What else can my guy do? Just one of the 2 free throws made. And right now this Antwerp team could do with a 3-pointer. Legendberg. You would think they've got to get it to one of their main guys, Klaassen. Boy, what a catch! But he wasn't able to finish. Good try. Pablo Burgos looking to lower the boom here if they can. 4 minutes into the 4th quarter. They're up 9. Fittipaldo, bounce pass. Good D by Brzezinski on Rivero, who hands it off. Back to Rivero, a little give and go. How about that? And that is going to bring the timeout. Great play by Jaciel Rivero. Look at that. With Barrera, somehow was able to make that shot. I mean, that is spectacular, folks. Unbelievable finish.
Hey, guys. 2, 3, 4, 5. We can switch the ball screen now. Ball screen, we can switch. Only not with him. Only not with him, we don't switch the ball screen. Hey, guys, don't let it go away now. Hey, don't let it go away. We're not going to come back in 1 minute. Okay, please.
8 3-pointers for each team.
Stay smart, okay? Hey, we go one time. We go one time. Tom, Dave, you prefer to come on this side or that side? Okay, oh, you here. Vinny, Hans, okay? Fake that you go out, side of Owen. And then you screen, slide your screen, and you spring. You look for that shot. You don't have, open after that. Let's go, guys.
Es wordt ons even nogmaals vragen, we stellen in onze cheerleaders en zijn finalisten is Belgium 2020. U kan maar steunen door de
Well, that for me, I mean, that has to be one of the plays of the game. I mean, that was impressive stuff.
Waardoor onze dag.
Ball goes into Klaassen. And again, he misses. Now the pass again down low, and Jaciel Rivero fouled by Klaassen. Boy, Rivero has just been a workhorse. And he has shown some skill along the way here in this second half. There's no doubt. He has really shown his class. He's got 14 points right now. Potentially able to slam the door shut. If he can make these free throws, he's leaving a few out there, but he's definitely got his team in the ascendancy. Now he's got 15 points, Rivero. He's 7 of 12 at the free throw line. So that's his one drawback from his performance tonight. Van Wayne, foul ball, hitting the 3-pointer. Wow. Fouled by Salvo. So potential 4-point play. I mean, this you get the feeling really. Oh no, it wasn't the foul on the three-point shot. It's an off-the-ball foul. So have they called the foul on Klassen? No, they called it on Salvo. I wasn't sure. So the three-pointer counts. And they've got another possession here. So an opportunity for a big trip down the floor. Van Wijn misses, gets it back, and puts it up and in. So it's a 5-point trip down the floor. And I tell you what, that sequence has kept this Antwerp team in the game. There's no doubt about it. They needed something like that. Now they've got a chance, but they've got to get a stop. Fittipaldo. And he takes a bump, I think, by Klassen. And I think that's a good call. Well, from that angle, it didn't seem as obvious, to be honest. Looking at it live, I thought he kind of slid there and committed the foul. Let's see how Fittipaldo does at the line. Perhaps justice prevails with the missed free throw. Second free throw is good. Rubnik hands it off to Klassen. Good footwork by Klassen, and he puts it up and in. They get a little bit closer. 59-53, back to 6 points of deficit. Fittipaldo gets swatted. What a play by Van Wijn. Rubnik dribbles it, 6 blocks now, or excuse me, 3 blocks now for Burgos. A costly miss. That was Salvo who missed, who had the shot blocked. Salvo. Another chance. Klassen has to tie his shoe. Doesn't come at a good time. 3.5 minutes remaining. 6-point game. Van Wijn. And he is pushed and fouled by Salvo. And Burgos over the line. So, I mean, really, you're doing, I think you're doing this Antwerp team a favor by stopping the clock and putting them on the line. Look at that. That was just great hustle and athleticism by Van Wijn. And now he's at the line. Only makes 1 of 2. Fittipaldo has it. So 5-point game. Burgos looking for points. Lima back in the game. Hands it off to McFadden, who's come back in as well. Have they called a foul? No, they called a travel. Well, Burgos, when Rivero had the wind in his sails, were looking pretty good bets to get the win. But this Antwerp team has shown great fight. They're not giving up, and they've closed the gap to 5 points. Luka Rubnik, Van Wijn, and Klassen with the rebound, and now the foul. Good job. Now Penarroya's turn to say, why do we have a foul called here? He's trying to keep his patience. He knows that he can't get a technical in a situation like this. That would be terrible. So it wasn't actually on the, I mean, it was during the rebound, but it wasn't on Klassen. It was on Castelloot. Called on McFadden. Oh boy, that's a big miss from Castelloot. this stage of the game, you have got to make some free throws. He takes his time, tries to get rid of all the negative thoughts out of his mind, and he does, and he makes the second. And it's back to a 4-point game. Well, considering their struggles, considering how tough it's been even in this fourth quarter, we've said it before, we'll say it again, Antwerp probably fortunate. They must think they're fortunate to be in this situation, but now a foul called on Hans van Wijn. McFadden goes to the line. And stretches the lead. So makes one of two, 60 to 55. Still plenty of time. Budzinski turns, gets back to Van Wijn. Good, the three-pointer, and now it's a 2-point game. Hans van Wijn is really stepping up here in crunch time, folks. 19 points for him tonight. And now an offensive foul. And this is what this Antwerp team is looking for from this guy right here, this young Belgium international who has got so much potential and has been talked about for so long. And boy, Lima called for the foul. Well, you never know, that could have gone either way. But, you know, is this coming out or really a growing up stage for Hans van Wijn that they've been waiting on? It seems to be. I mean, he's been terrific here, especially in the clutch. Rupnik for three, misses it off the iron, but Budzinski with the rebound. Van Wijn open, short. Well, I built him up, and then he didn't make the three. This is a season high, though, for him. 19 points. His previous high was 12 points in the game against Jerusalem. And McFadden drives and earns another trip to the line. So Hans van Wijn, his previous high was 12 points in the last week, when he hit 2 of 4 from three-point range. Here's McFadden, meanwhile, going to the line, taking his time, making the first of 2 free throws. Also, Kokodo back into the game as well. And right now, Pablo Burgos just trying to hold on. What a great basketball game it's been tonight. Let's go down to the huddle and listen to Coach Began. We're still leading the rebounding. Those offensive rebounds for Antwerp. That is the statistic of desire right there, folks.
You screen, he goes, and you go again for a cross screen. Okay, after that, hey, one time, guys, when you screen, and look for maybe, he screen, and maybe look for that pass for you inside if they want to switch. Okay? You look for you inside now. There's 5 people, guys.
Well, Began, I think, is doing a terrific job with this Antwerp team. I mean, I think they've got some depth issues. What they're doing is they're getting some of those good young Belgians some big-time experience, but obviously that comes at a cost. But they have been fighting, and you know, if you're an Antwerp fan, you have to love how this team has really dug in tonight and battled and given themselves a chance here down the stretch. But Pablo Burgos just a minute and a half away from getting a very important win in their Basketball Champions League campaign, their first ever Basketball Champions League campaign. Van Wijn back to Roop. Rubnik now Dudzinski for three. Rattles out. Klaassen stays with it. The ball goes out to Luka Rubnik. And it goes to Hans van Wijn. Pump fake. And again, Klaassen, again, the pump fake. And it looks like he's learned his lessons from those early struggles. This is a determined bunch of players, folks. Points for Klaassen. 4-16 from the floor, but he's played well, all things considered. Oh, what a big shot from Ferran Bassis. And that's what it means to have a championship winner in your team. Quickly to the other end, and the miss by Rubnik. Well, the Slovenian had a look. He missed it. Bassis, what is it about Bassis? Not the most heralded of players, yet he does come out and make big, important plays. He's got 2 3-pointers tonight to account for his 6 points. Bassis over to Clark. Now back to McFadden. McFadden from deep. Dudzinski. Now Hans van Wijn. Dudzinski from deep. And it's going to be Heartbreak Hotel time for Antwerp. Telenet Giants Antwerp. They have given everything tonight. But Pablo Burgos, and I have to tell you, folks, it was a huge shot by Ferran Bassis. No game is decided by 1 or 2 plays. You know, there are various times you go back and you look at a lot of missed free throws early on for Antwerp. They will regret those. Tip your hat to them. They kept fighting. Pablo Burgos, though, they hit the road and they get a very important win, 65-60. Well, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger, and that's how this Antwerp team has to look at it. They've got to keep battling. And meanwhile, for Pablo Burgos, it's just been a wonderful season. They're playing well in Spain. Their fans have been rewarded for traveling to Antwerp, to the great city of Antwerp, to support them. And Antwerp is back to the drawing board. They knew this was a game they really needed to win as they try to get into that top 4. And all I can say is, folks, I mean, I have to say I have watched a lot of basketball games in the Basketball Champions League, and I admire how they dug in and really gave it everything tonight. You feel for them because there's no such thing as a moral victory. It's wins and losses. And that's what they probably clearly already know, because this is going to complicate things even more so for them as they try to get to the top 4. Antwerp winning the rebounding battle, doing well certain aspects of the game, you know, but when you lose by such a slender margin as this, you know, it's easy to look back and see where you could have done something, made a couple more plays, and won the basketball game. That's one of the bright spots. 19 points for him. Klaassen, 15 points despite his low shooting numbers. I thought that was a great performance by him. Testament to his perseverance. And you know, these guys practice all week. They get together and they work hard. They don't go through all that to come out and not get a win at home. So it's a disappointing night for them. And Luka Rubnik goes up and does what you have to do, especially even in those difficult moments. You got to say thank you to the fans for coming out and support. So tough night for Antwerp. Outstanding night overall for the Pablo Burgos team. They weren't able to put Antwerp away, but they were able to make enough plays when they had to. And for me, the players that really stand out in crunch time, Jaciel Rivero really made some big plays. especially late third quarter, early fourth quarter. Like that to me was just outstanding. That play right there. That has to be my favorite play of the game. The little give and go. Here, look at this. Again. I mean, not only that was a give, and then he set a screen, and then he rolled. A give, screen, and roll. How about that? And also the Farambassis late three-pointer. That was crucial. We saw the 4-point play for Fun Wine. Saw some great play by him. But overall, again, you know, we knew the bench would be an issue. It was the bench of the San Pablo Burgos team tonight, outscoring the bench of Telenet Giants Antwerp 38-5. And you got to go into battle with who you've got. And clearly, you know, the big absentee, or somebody that would help, would be Victor Sanders, the shooting guard, but he's unavailable. The 24-year-old out injured and not able to play. And for a team that's already thin in personnel, you know, that is not a good situation. So Group B, Hapoel Bank, Yahav Jerusalem up at the top. San Pablo Burgos now back in second place, and Telenet Giants Antwerp down one place off the bottom. But you know what? Hope, where there's hope, there's life, and there is hope. They are 2-6, but that's just 2 games out of the top 4. Telenet Giants Antwerp will need to focus on the positives of tonight's performance and get ready to practice tomorrow. There's a long way to go in this season, folks. So great game. Thanks for watching, everybody. One final time. It's 65-60. San Pablo Burgos winning it at Telenet Giants Antwerp.